Hey everyone, so gonna do another quick little theory lesson today on the circle of fifths. And if that's something you've heard about in music and never really know what it is or how it's used, I'm gonna just give you kind of a brief lesson. And what it just is basically is that you start in C because whenever you're teaching something in music or giving a lesson in theory or something, for some reason everybody always wants to start in C. So the way it works is it's just a big circle of fifths. What that means. So if you start in the key of C and we're going to go up to the fifth of that key, you'd be in G, right? So C, D, E, F, G. Right? And if you started in G and went up to its fifth, you'd be in D. Right? From D, the fifth of D is A, fifth of A is E, fifth of E is B, fifth of B is F sharp or G flat, and that just continues on until you make your way back to C. Fifth of F is C. F, G, A, B, C. And that's basically the circle of fifths. You just start in any key, go up to its fifth, and it just comes all the way back to C eventually. You cover all 12 notes in music, and that's how it works. And how that's useful, obviously if you have your circle of fifths handy and you want to know what the fifth of the key is to make chords with something, if you want to find the fifth of anything, that's obviously helpful. But what I found most helpful and most interesting about it is that if you look at a sheet of music, like let's say you're playing something out of the Redback Hymnal, and you want to know what key it's in, you can use your circle of fifths if you know it, and you can find out what any key is. And so like if you have a music staff, and it has like one sharp there, it has one sharp sign, that means that it's in G. If it has no sharps or flats in there, that means it's in C. But if it has one sharp, that means you're going to play 1/5 up from C. One sharp fifth up from C, which is G. And if something, you've played something with one sharp, then that song will be in G. If you play with something that has a flat in the staff, that means it's going to be one step away from C. That means it's going to be an F. So anything with a sharp in it, depending on how many sharps there are going to be fifths up from C. So if you have 3 sharps, 1, 2, 3, you're going to be playing an A. If you have 3 flats, you're going to go down 1, 2, 3 to D sharp, E flat. You're going to be playing an E flat. And obviously there's an acronym for playing with those sharps or flats, go down and eat breakfast, Frank. Frank Brown eats apples daily. I've heard those acronyms, many times, but if you never really understood what that meant or why that's there, that it all comes from this. It all comes from this. If your music has a sharp in it, you're going to be playing up a certain number of fifths. If it has a certain number of flats, you're going to be playing down from C a certain number of fifths. So that's the circle of fifths. That's how it works. Theory behind it and applications behind it, how I use it. If you know the acronyms, whatever. But if you want to know, if you wanted to understand why that works the way it does, then that's some of the theory behind it. So hopefully you got something else about it, and hopefully some people can stop making bad jokes about it. So hope you enjoyed.